Have you ever found yourself walking around and looking at store signs? You may not be looking at it really hard, like, hey, let's see if this sign is correct. But sometimes you find that there may be a sign professionally done that is misspelled. Now, in most cases, it's really entertaining because some of them have horrendous spelling. The idea for this project started when I was on my way home from Brooklyn College to Queens on the Q35. I was passing by the sign about 2 to 3 times a week. It was for an office that handled nursing and home health aid care, and at the bottom of the sign, instead of saying nursing and home health aid, it said nursing.home.health.aid. It was weird, and I was like, how many signs are like this? And this was a professionally done sign, so I wanted to explore how many misspelled signs we have out there. Now, of course, I can't come up with an actual number, but I could come up with quite a few examples. The pictures in my slideshow are just from walking around in my neighborhood, which is the South Ozone Park, Richmond Hill area. And I have a few pictures from this guy who identifies himself as Pizza Bagel on the server prodigy.net. There's no other identification for this man. He just made a website, no contact information, and he has several categories on the site, and one of them is the misspelled signs of New York. This section has about over 300 pictures of misspelled signs, and that's pretty amazing. I didn't think there was that many signs. There's actually been an article done in the New York Times about this, and some people have blogged about this guy. So my slideshow is gonna show at the end about 5 pictures from his site, and they're gonna show 7 more signs. Now, not all of these signs are professionally done, some of them are handwritten, but still notable. So, hey, I hope you get a laugh. Here we go. interviewed 23-year-old college student Sarah, who lives in the South Ozone Park, Richmond Hill area, where I took some of these photos. This is just a conversation we were having about these store signs, and this is her opinions on it. What is your reaction when you see a misspelled store sign?
I think it's funny.
Why?
It just is. It's just like something amusing. It's like sometimes it's not even a hard word that's misspelled, yet it's misspelled. If they got a harder word right and they have like this smaller word misspelled, they look kind of stupid.
I'm not gonna say if that's true or not, because I don't want to knock down anybody. But what about if you're in a neighborhood that English is not the primary language? Does your opinion change?
They should have somebody that speaks English to spell check, or they should go on Microsoft Word.
Okay. But some of these signs are professionally done. What do you think about it then?
They shouldn't be paying these people that are doing their signs.
And do you think that some of these store owners, especially in immigrant neighborhoods, notice that they have misspellings?
Probably not. That's why they get them professionally done to begin with.
Does it turn you off to the business when you notice it? Would you still go in?
I still do. I mean, it doesn't really bother me that much. It's amusing, but it doesn't bother me. It's the quality of the product and the service. Like, the spelling doesn't really have anything to do with the products, in my opinion, or the services.
Okay. But what about if it's a store you've never been to before? Would you still go in?
Probably, depending on if it's something that I'm looking for. If it's a store that I wanted to go to, then okay, I'll go in. It's not really a big deal.